Nora Murphy is a Newtown interior designer whose business, Connecticut Country House, focuses on styling and decorating the home. Today, Nora is going to show us how you can present and wrap beautiful holiday gifts.
I wanted to show you different ways you can wrap things in an unconventional way. All right, starting with the basics. Good pair of scissors, essential. Clippers for when we're using our natural elements, and wire. Hole puncher, and I'll show you why, for our bags and our cards, as well as Scotch tape, transparent tape, but I love the Scotch brand. And I also have some twine. This is a waxed linen twine, and this is really nice too for tying onto some of the ornaments and the natural items. Other basics that I love to have, main thing, tissue paper. Very simple, but to me, you can do anything with tissue paper. Also, for filling, if I'm not stuffing a bag or a box with the tissue paper, I use this Springform crinkle white paper. And also every Christmas season, I try to stick with a theme. Again, going back to the basics. So here I really was looking at reds and whites. Boxes, I love to have boxes on hand. Some key sizes that I know I would be using. I also like to get these stamps. I've got pineapples, I've got little pine boughs, pine cones. I've got big snowflakes, little snowflakes. But you'll see how I'm going to take these basic things and really camouflage them and take them to the next level and really do things with them that are very unexpected. All right, so let's start with the box. Again, I've got a really nice sturdy one. This does a job for something that's very precious, like an antique bowl that I got as a Christmas gift for my mom. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use my shredded paper. Just kind of create a little nest down here, and I place it in here, and you can see how it's not hitting the bottom of the box, which is very nice, because it's really keeping it secure. So I'm going to do the pretty striped paper. And what I do is I open up my paper. I need another pair of hands usually, so my tape dispenser works. And I'm first going to figure out how much I need. What I do is I bring one side onto the box, and then I just kind of eyeball it, and I pull the paper so I can feel the paper is on the other edge. Now you're going to have a lot of this left over, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut this down a little bit. I would center the box on the paper, and then you can bring up the sides so it covers most of your side. You kind of feel that. Now, I'm going to have that centered on my paper. And it's something like a stripe. It's really important to get it straight from the beginning. It takes an extra minute. As you can see, I'm going to now fold this. And what I like to do is I like to line it up. There we go. So it's a nice, even fold. And then I like to match my stripes. One little piece of tape holds it. That's all you need. Press it down. You don't even see the tape. But what I like to do is I like to push in the sides, and with my finger I'm going to run it like this so I have a nice straight edge, crisp edge. And then you see how I'm pushing my finger all the way there. Now I'm going to crease it like I'm doing a little origami. I'm going to do that to the top too. That's creased, and then I'm going to push my paper all the way till I feel it at the top edge and give it a crease. One little piece of tape holds it down. Now this is the interesting thing, particularly with a stripe. We have an incredible opportunity to do something really, really pretty here. You can see how the stripes come together. I'm thinking it might be pretty to have it be right there. So let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks like. It's a beautiful mitered. I like to also take my fingers and run them along the edges. And it's, again, just very, very crisp. I center my ribbon, bring it together, twist, and up. And you'll see that I don't really have enough here. But you know what I can do, since it's a perfectly good piece of ribbon, I can use this and I tie it. I can contrast it with a thicker ribbon. I've never tried that. Let's try it. I think that's one of the things I love about gift wrap is that it's so creative and you can create such different looks from the same little bunch of stuff over and over and over again. It's kind of interesting that I ran out of the striped ribbon on that one roll, because now people will wonder, how did that turn polka dot, Nora? And then what I like to do, which I've already done here, but I'll do it for you again, is you can cut the end just like this. I also have a lot of things, adornments. I have this garland that I bought at the craft shop, and the price on it was $16.99. But the beauty of this is I cut it apart, and I can just stick it in here very simply. It's easy for her to unwrap also. How pretty that is. Got my big penguin, stuffed penguin for my son, and I don't know, maybe it's the kid in me, but I feel that I never want to put him in a box. I feel like he's got a heart and a soul. So what I love to do too is to have him be something that gives you a smile right under the tree. So I'm going to stick with a very simple bag. And again, these are those staples that I stocked up on, my red and white paper bags, very simple. And I just start a little bit on the two sides. And it's important to really let the paper, don't squish all the paper in. You want to get a lot of mileage out of your paper. You can really get a lot of mileage out of one package of tissue. And I like to stick him in so he's like peeking out like, oh, take me home. You can even put his little wings out. I kind of love that. And then keep filling him with paper. Because this is for a child, I'm going to make it more playful. This reminds me of the curling ribbon that you put on balloons. I take that, double it over, and just give it a pretty tie. I can just use one of the paper ties. I don't need both, just pick a color. Pull it through. This one has a little snowflake on it, which is perfect for him. And just add it to it, which is very nice. I like to add it kind of like to the base. And that's all there's to it. And just write my son's name on it, and it's ready to go. And it's pretty fun and has a little bit of a nice, fresh, modern feeling to it too.